Well, tonight we're talking about the dark truths behind drink spiking. Kim became an expert on the subject after a friend was drugged. Now, she lives in Germany and says she's been seeing a huge increase in the U.S. and abroad since COVID.
I always naively thought that drink spiking happens in a major city, somewhere very far away from me. We went to a small town party where everyone knows everybody. And a friend of mine, she was found undressed, and several men did horrible things of her. And in the hospital, they found that she was drugged with GHB, so it was without her consent. And she's traumatized from this. And this was the first time where I felt like, okay, there must be an easy solution, because you can fly to the moon, you can FaceTime with somebody on the other side of the planet, but when I go out and order a Coke, I cannot be safe. This is not acceptable, and we want to make a change. We have invented this wristband here to check if a drink has been spiked, so you can test the drink, which was not possible before because the date rape drug, for example, GHB, you cannot smell, test, or see in a drink. It's impossible with a human senses to detect it. Many victims feel ashamed. They feel it's their fault. Maybe they did something wrong. This is so important to make this clear. It's never, never, ever the person's fault, never. Nobody on earth is allowed to put anything in your drink without your consent.
Well, founder of Xantus DrinkCheck wristband from Germany is Kim, and you have come up with a very instantaneous, very convenient, and very clear way for people to test their drink on the spot, whether it's safe or it's been spiked, correct?
Correct, sir. We started in 2019 launching the product in Germany. They're around a little bit over 1 million out.
Oh, all right. These things are putting the control back in people's hands, and it's a reminder when they've got them on their wrist, right?
Right. When we were developing the product, we thought what is needed. So it needs to be a super easy test that you can use whenever, even if you had a beer or maybe two, that you can just forget, you put it on and you just forget about it. You don't need to carry something with you. But whenever you grab a drink, it reminds you there was something. And of course, it deters in advance because I think the bad guys, they don't want to be caught.
Yeah. Well, let's do a demonstration here and show people how this works, because I think this is amazing technology. Now, there are test strips out there, but I think you've made this really, really usable. Even I can do this. You know, tell me if I'm doing this right. This is a drink that we know or assume to be clear. So I'm just going to take a few drops from the straw and put it on one of these test spots.
That's enough, yeah. If it's good, it just fades the green. It becomes greenish, yellowish.
Now, we have here a GHB and H2O solution.
It just needs like 3 or 4 drops.
Oh, wow. Instantly changes.
Right. When you wait around like 10 seconds and rub it a little bit in, it will get stronger in the blue.
I don't want to lick my fingers. So, I mean, that's instantly shows up. So somebody in a club, a private home, whatever, can put that on there. Now, this tests for GHB, right?
Yeah, liquid ecstasy, correct.
Okay. So somebody can wear this, they're in a club, can put a few drops on there with their finger or their straw, and it shows up real clear. Are y'all seeing this clearly? Mm-hmm. How fast it shows up. And man, I'm telling you, if you guys had the opportunity to do that, every one of you would be in a different situation today, right?
100%.
That's amazing. You've had a lot of people report back that they tested this and found that, sure enough, they caught a spiked drink.
I personally met or phoned with them was 23 women. And in 2 cases, they even were able to catch 2 persons like in flagrant, like on the spot where they were doing it. They were able to call police, and I'm not sure if they're in prison, but they're legally assaulted. And in one case, in Natalie's case, for example, it was her female friend at her birthday party.
Did it?
Yeah.
Her friend did it?
Yeah. Out of not thinking it through, but out of just being mean and this. Yeah.
Yeah. What a friend.
Yeah.
What a friend.
It's the wrong word, friend.
All right. Coming up, what to do if you suspect your drink was drugged. We'll talk about that next.